Hey, I just wanted to do this little update video because I saw that Tectone actually commented on the Pink situation all these months later, and I thought it'd be important to talk about. So, on his second channel that not many people follow, but he did make a little short video about it. Well, one of his people did. So I thought it was interesting to talk about because Pink, for the most part, has been very silent about it and not saying anything, which I find stupid as fuck for someone who's claimed to ruin someone's life and say, oh yeah, he did this stuff to me, and then no proof for months and months and months. And then when I called her out on it, she ended up trying blocking me on Twitter and all that, and then whenever I called her out on that, then she DM'd me like, why are you doing this, blah blah blah. It's like, because you're a piece of shit. Like, what? That's the only reason right there, is that you tried to ruin someone's life because you were mad. Anyway, let's get on with this because I just wanted to make a short little video about this.
Common bald take, okay?
If Pink has a problem with what Tectone did, and she has a problem with what he did, she needs to go to the police.
Yep.
And I find it also interesting that all of these bad things happened, and every single one of his roommates and friends said he's nothing like this. Usually when a person like that gets exposed, there's a laundry list of problems and bad things that happen after that.
Yep.
Not a single fucking thing like that with Tectone, except for with his ex-wife, which, oh, big fuck.
Yeah, that's another thing that came out, is like, she claimed that he was such a horrible person and everything, and no one else said anything about it. It was just her and the ex-wife. Like, you would think if a lot of people hated him, or he did such horrible things, more people would come out about it. But no one did.
Surprise.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah,
Please, please, please go to the police. I would love to hear what they have to say. I wonder why that hasn't happened. Because what's crazy is 5 months ago you said that you were gonna do that. That's what's insane, right? We all remember.
Yeah, she did say a couple months ago she was gonna go to the police, and she never did. No proof, no nothing, and all this just to ruin someone's life for some reason.
Remember that? She said 5 months ago that she was going to go to the police. You remember that? I remember that. And then what's really weird is 5 months ago you said you were going to go to the police. Never did for whatever reason. Instead you decided to go to Twitter. Yeah. And then you're in Denham's chat. Saying...
This is a more recent thing about her saying, basically screaming and all that stuff, and when I got to take mom to the hospital, when after I dumped him. I don't think she dumped him. I think he dumped her, and she's just mad.
Now you're going to the police? Why did you wait? Why are you waiting so much? Why are you waiting? Very interesting. Wonder why that is. Maybe it's because you know you're full of shit.
Yes, sir.
And what's really exciting is now I can just see that you're lying even more. And you're being willfully ignorant. And it's great because all these things that you keep saying, they're going to come back and they're going to bite you in the ass.
Oh yeah, karma is a bitch. But also, she has yet to prove anything, but she keeps saying, oh, I'm going to go talk to people. How about instead of saying you're going to talk to people, how about you go do it instead of lying? How about that? Is that very hard for you to do? Is it very hard for you to go and decide, like, hey, this guy's a piece of shit, I'm gonna go and talk to someone about it? But you haven't because you have no proof.
And this is crazy how all you would have to do is just say, sorry, I was upset.
Yeah, that's another thing. Tectone doesn't want, like, her to be canceled or anything. He just wants an apology for it. He wants her to admit she was wrong, and he wants her to publicly admit that, so people stop saying bullshit about him.
I was bitter, I was jealous, I was lying. All of this goes away. But instead, you quadruple down on lies for fun. I am one of the most forgiving people on earth. You know of the bullshit I was dealing with for years, and I just took it. How I've taken blames for things that I didn't even fucking do. I am so overly forgiving of women for what.
Now, I haven't watched many of his streams lately, but this is the first time I've heard him talk about the situation since it actually happened. At least that I know of, but I think this is a really good response to it, and obviously she has not said anything. This has been out for almost a whole day now, like 16 hours or something, and she has not said anything on Twitter. She's just posting more bullshit to feed her OnlyFans and stuff because, let's be honest, that's all she's got going for her if she's got that shitty of a personality. But anyway.
Whatever reason in my life, legit, all you have to do is say, I'm bitter, I was jealous, I'm sorry. That's it. Everything goes away and things are normal. And then just stop talking about me. Now, I'll
exactly.
probably make fun of you for a little bit, but then eventually I'll move on. Well, I mean,
Tectone being petty as per usual.
My life. Bitter about what? Okay, hold on. All right, Kira, do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why she's bitter? Because, I mean, you're her mod. I'm not anymore, but yes? Oh, okay. So we broke up, and then a couple weeks later, I got into another relationship. And she's upset because she thinks I moved on too fast. Nope.
That is just the most petty bullshit you can ever hear from someone, dude. Like, the fact that you're that mad that someone got over you that quick, it's like, sorry, you were only dating for like half a year, maybe a year at most. It's like, obviously, he ain't gonna give a shit that much. When you're an adult, stuff like that happens. You're like, okay, move on. Some people just don't get that overly attached in the first couple years of a relationship. I know that all too well. Whenever I was in relationships, they would be like, oh, I don't want to break up, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm fine with breaking up. I don't give a shit. It's like, I don't have time to emotionally invest in people who aren't worth my time. If I don't think you're worth my time, I am not going to waste my time trying to prove myself to look good for you.
That's what all of this is about. Yep, that's it. That's what all this is about. Motherfucker's jealous. I got into a new relationship too quick, so now she's trying to call me a rape. Zokuva had a good point. Let me check. Isn't her responding to that in Denim's chat evidence she is in fact talking about you specifically, or am I crazy? It is. Why do you think I went live this morning and I was very happy about Denim's stream? Why do you think this morning I said Denim's got me something that I needed? Let's continue.
And then he ends the video with a meme to be funny for the end. Alright, let's look in the comments a little bit. Say it was 17 hours ago. It just turned 17 hours ago, because earlier it was 16. So if we look at the comments, losing your life and reputation over accusation is always insane, should never happen. Exactly. It's always innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. That's why I hate this whole new cancel culture bullshit, because people just don't like to listen and look at the proof. Plus, thankfully, he wasn't actually canceled for it because it didn't really ruin his reputation that much, because she never came out with proof or anything, like most people do. Accuses someone of doing a very serious crime, then does not report to police, but instead goes and moans about it on Twitter while also refraining from using the person's name to avoid defamation lawsuit. Exactly. She will not publicly admit it's Tectone because she knows that he could easily go lawsuit because it's spreading lies without proof. How can you even take this shit seriously? Trauma dumps on Twitter or accuses someone of SA with no evidence. A few posts later, promotes OnlyFans. The fuck is this? Exactly. If someone was so traumatized about sexual assault and shit, you think they'd be doing OnlyFans? You think they'd be sitting here like, yeah, look at my body more when I'm severely traumatized? That just makes no sense. And like, unless you have brain damage, That makes no sense. The cherry on top of Tectone's I have no enemies Vinland Saga shirt. The rant. Oh my god. What the fuck? It was pretty obvious it was a lie. She was so supportive even months into the relationship, well after you consider honeymoon phase. Only to do a couple 180s only after the breakup happened? Exactly. That's just someone who's fake. They act like they care about you. They act like they give a shit. And then as soon as you do something they don't like, they bail. Dealt with that way too many times. It's like, at this point, I could smell the bullshit from people, so it's like, okay, I really don't want to involve with that person. It's like, at some point, after you deal with so many fake people, you can just smell the bullshit and you're like, I don't like this person, so I'm not gonna deal with them. Tectone may be bald, which is really bad in itself, but I don't think he would do something like that. He might, but only with your mom. Oh my god, that old video I had of me saying he fucked my mom or whatever because of his one Twitter post. She ruined her social and career prospects over this. Something as petty as this, the chemistry of autism and bitterness really have one's health. It ain't as bad as a depth, but it's definitely up there, yeah. Ugh, it's just... ruining your life over this stupid shit is just, like... as petty as a 1-year relationship is just dumb as fuck to me. Why would you ruin your entire reputation over that? More importantly, he fucking made your ass. He definitely made your shit blow up when you guys started hanging out. Like, and then you try to go to his fans that you are paying for your shit and be like, yeah, he ruined my life. He did all this stuff to me. Like, come on. You think they're gonna believe that? Anyway, that's all I got for now. Mr. Bald Tone, fucking Dick Tone. Unban my ass from your chat, you little bitch. Anyway, peace. So, while I was recording this video, Mr. Bald Tone himself actually made a post on his Twitter about the whole situation. I am not going to read the entire thing, but he basically goes through all the details on what happened and everything. Basically summarizing the video, but actually going more into like friends and stuff too. So, let's get into it. So first off, she avoids using his name to avoid a lawsuit, because if she doesn't say his name, then it can't be defamation, because he's technically not saying, oh, it's this person. Which is just a coward move, because she's just being a little pussy about it. Where she doesn't want to admit who it is, because she wants to avoid all liability about it. Okay. Second off, Tectone, I forget if I said this in a video before, but he's had stuff done to him when he was younger, so obviously he's like, why the fuck would I do this shit if I was traumatized by it myself? And then he also claimed, obviously, that he has proof of the messages, and he says he doesn't want to show them until she shows shit, because it's on the accuser, not the accused, obviously. So he's waiting for her to say shit, and then he's going to post his proof. So obviously that's never going to happen, because Pink is being a little pussy about it and is not going to actually go through and talk about it. She also said stuff about NDAs when you legally cannot NDA someone from talking about crimes. It's literally in it. Like, it doesn't take that hard to go. Can NDAs be used for crimes? No, non-disclosure agreements should not be used to cover up illegal activity and prevent whistleblowing. NDAs that restrict an employee's right to report crimes are often illegal and non-enforceable. Wow, crazy. Takes one Google search to say that. Bullying about autism, that's just a stupid topic because you've known this guy from his streams, and every single stream he says retard and stuff. If you would have got offended by that, you would have been offended by it in the first place. You are just trying to use everything under the umbrella to make yourself look like the victim. Cheating allegations, he's never cheated on anyone. He's been cheated on. And then he says, every time we were in the entire relationship, there was always at least 1 or 2 roommates, so he couldn't really do anything to her without people knowing about it, and you would think people would actually say something about it. But most of the people who have been roommates with him have actually come out defending him. So it's like, yeah, okay. We were there for you. He says, like, they tried to support multiple times, but she just ignored it, and then basically was a drama queen and was just trying to be an attention whore, where, woe is me, everything has to revolve around me, and it exhausted everyone around to the point where they just didn't want to be around her because she was making everyone else depressed and feel like shit. But anyway, yeah, that's the little update I'm going to add at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy. See ya.